One. Oh, could you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Mike Liddell. I'm an instructor of language, English language, in the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. Yes.
So, are you a believer?
Well, you could say that. I believe in things.
And what is the religion?
Oh, I am a Catholic.
Oh, okay. Since birth, is it?
Well, nobody's Catholic from birth, but I was baptized 5 days after I was born.
Okay. So, okay. My question is, have you learned about evolution? And if yes, when did you learn about it?
Well, I learned about evolution, I think, as early as primary school when we were taught about some of the diagrams about the evolution of man from apes, and then I learned in more detail during high school, in my high school years, and in a little bit in university. But I have also read a lot on this topic, reading many scientific books and authors.
So, could you tell me what do you know of the theory of evolution?
Well, according to Darwin, when he started this, he observed the finches in the Galapagos Islands, and he realized this one type of bird, the finches, had different adaptations to its environment. Some had longer beaks, shorter beaks, longer wings, shorter wings, longer legs, and he basically came up with this idea of natural selection. In other words, that the animal in their progeny, as they have offspring, adapt more to their environments. Now, the problem is he extended this idea onto a global, universal macro level, which in principle means from inanimate matter we came with life, right? And here we have a problem because, while many evolutionists say, because of the conditions of pressure, lightning, electricity, all these things, somehow we develop life. But however, if you look at it, it's almost unbelievable to think that floating elements just randomly combine to form something like DNA. If you've studied the biochemistry or cell biology, or even molecular, at the molecular level, you see how complex a DNA strand is. It's just very complex. Just one nucleotide itself is quite complex, and to have a string of those, one after another, coming about, and to say that it came out through a combination of pressure, time, electricity, lightning, all these things, it's hard to believe. Okay, maybe you can get one, but then over time it multiplies from 1 to 2 to 3, forming a cell. It's quite difficult.
So, how do you personally interpret this? Is how this process come about?
Well, I'm not sure. Okay, as I consider myself also a scientific person, and so far I would say the theories of science do not explain it completely. Okay, there's something missing. Right now we don't have a theory that really explains everything. So the theory of evolution, I personally believe is not robust enough, is not complete enough to explain this, because just if you look at cells by themselves, a parent cell will always have daughter cells that are identical, and this happens again and again and again, and so there's something missing. So personally, I think somehow we have to accept that there is a higher order, that what some people say now is an intelligent being. Well, for me, it is God. I mean, that is somehow directing all these processes together to happen. So there has to be an external power involved somehow. Of course, scientifically, it's very hard to show how that higher being is involved.
So, actually, if we with reference to the Bible, to the church, the teachings, the church says that the human come from is created. The first man, Adam, is created by man. and then Eve
Created
is
by
created
God,
by
you mean?
okay, created by God, and then Eve is created from the rib bone of Adam. But it cannot be explained in the theory of evolution. How can you?
Okay, well, I would say the woman coming from the rib of Adam. That I think that's more of a figurative literary language, because we have to look at Genesis in its genre of that time. So the important point is that God created everything. That's the key point. Now, how it was described there is not a scientific theory. It's a literary way of saying that man and woman are intimately united, especially in marriage. That the woman comes from a man's rib. So that's intimate development there. So I think we take that figuratively. Now, saying that, scientifically speaking, it's already been proven that all human beings alive today come from the same woman. There is one mother. They've discovered this using mitochondrial DNA. So, using mitochondrial DNA, scientists have shown that all human beings alive today come from the same woman.
Ooh.
And all human men, all males alive today, come from the same man. If you do the Y chromosome testing. So the Y chromosomes are the same. So, I mean, okay, we can't say much more than that, but there is evidence.
Okay, so but if really, according to the scientists, the theory of evolution, man are the descendants of ape-like creatures. But according to the Bible, humans have souls, but animals don't have souls. How can it be?
Well, that's not exactly true. Animals have souls. Souls are the principle of life. The difference is the immortal soul, which is made in the image and likeness of God. This is what human beings have. Okay. Now, some scientists say that, I mean, there is a pattern of evolution from apes to man. Okay, maybe so, maybe not. But what's missing is a lot of parts. You should have intermediate species, and the fossil record doesn't show it. They've always been looking for the missing link, or I would say many missing links. And this has been a problem of scientists over time. And if the theory of evolution is true, our fossil record should yield much more intermediate species, not only from apes to human beings, but from all spectrums, birds to reptiles, one-celled animals becoming multi-celled animals. The fossil record should be much richer, but it's not. The fossil record doesn't give us this. The fossil record gives us distinct species.
So actually, if giving us a scale from 0 to 10, how much do you believe in the current theory of evolution?
Well, like I said, it's there. It's not robust. It doesn't explain things scientifically. I think the idea of a creator or intelligent being working behind the scenes is very hard to prove scientifically. But for me, that's how it works somehow. I don't know how God did it. He was behind all this, but yeah, I don't know exactly. So evolution has its merits on the micro level, speciation within a genus, but going from one order of animals to another order of animals, it doesn't meet the test.
So it's almost the end of our interview. Do you have any more to say?
Okay. Well, I just would like people to be more reflective and critical whenever people throw the theory of evolution at you as saying it's proven. Well, I would say yes. On the species genus level, we don't doubt it. We see it all the time. But when you go beyond that on the macro, universal, global level, it has problems. Even though, I mean, I've talked to many intelligent people, and I put forward my explanation, especially on the genetic molecular level, because at the genetic molecular level, it's really difficult to try to justify evolution.
Okay, so it's almost the end. Thank you.
You're
Have
welcome. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.